Well, I guess I haven't seen anybody else come in a bit, so I'll just get started and I'll try to remember to check the comments every once in a while. So, all right, so if you don't know me, I'm Kathy Johnson, and I'm a collage and ecoprint artist. I also teach workshops, and in the past, they've usually been in person, but this year, last October and November, I did a few Zoom classes for the first time, so that was pretty fun. And I love working with paper, and I've been doing origami since I was probably like around 10 or 11. I think I found a book in the library that got me started, and so I enjoy making holiday decorations. I like to make like table things for, like this is some turkey that I made for Thanksgiving. I like to make some place settings and little like Easter bunnies. Made those for Easter, and I've also made some little baskets, and also things like little gift boxes that are really fun to make. The wreath that I'm going to be showing you how to make today, that's called an origami modular origami. So the difference between this and say something like this is these models are all made starting from one piece of paper, and then you fold it and get your finished product. And these are called modular because you're making 8 different or multiple folds of the same thing, and then you're assembling it and putting it together to make your finished wreath. So to get started, if you're going to be folding along with me, I hope you've got your little 8 pieces of paper. And I just wanted to let you know that, well, I'll show you. You can do different sizes too, but these, the ones I asked you to bring are 1.5 by 3 inches, and that's going to make a 3-inch wreath like this. So hopefully you'll be able to follow along, but if you get lost or something happens, then this video will be posted on my page later, so you'll be able to, excuse me, you'll be able to go back and watch it and fold again. So to get started, let's see, I think I'm going to, well, I've got to turn the camera, so just hold on a second and I will turn the camera around. Okay, so like I said, you can do different sizes of paper. I just wanted to show you that if you wanted to do the 3-inch size, that's this one that we're going to be doing. That's the 3 inches by 1.5 inches, and then you could do slightly bigger, and that's for a 3.5-inch wreath. You would do 3.5 inches by 1 3/4, and then for a larger 4-inch wreath, you can do 4 inches by 2. So mainly the thing that you need to remember when you're doing any particular size is that this length here is half of the side. So if this is 2, then the top is going to be 4. And that's the proportion. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm actually going to use papers that are quite a bit larger so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your first piece of paper, and the side that you want to show, you're going to be putting that face down. And then we're going to be folding that in half by taking the bottom and bringing it up to the top. But you want to leave just a tiny, tiny sliver of white showing there, if you can see that here. And the reason for that is it's going to make the assembly later on much easier. So then just fold that in half, leaving that little bit of a sliver of white. And then you will turn this over, face down, and then we're going to be taking this edge here on the right and bringing it up to the top, making a little bit of a triangle there. So bring that up and make a nice little point in the corner there. Okay, so that's folded there. And do the same thing on the other side. You're going to bring this left side here up to the top. Okay, then you're going to fold it in half, leaving those little folds on the inside. And that's your first module, module number 1. So I'm going to continue to do that 8 times. Hopefully I won't bore you by doing it 8 times in a row, but at least that way you'll kind of get into a rhythm, and you'll be able to get the get the fold down. So again, I'm just going to take the piece of paper with the side I want to show, face down, fold it up, leaving just a sliver of white showing, and creasing that with my fingers, folding that in half, turning it over so that you've got the folded edge on the top and the open end on the bottom, bringing this side up here to make that little triangle fold. Same thing over here on the left. Fold it in half. And that's module number 2 that's finished. The third one. Hi, Diana. I see that you got here now. All right, so we fold it in half again with the little sliver, turn it over, bring this right side up, then the triangle fold again. I'm trying to keep a nice sharp point there on the end there. Okay, fold that. And then in half again with those little triangles on the inside. Three. Here's the fourth one, that would be halfway through. So just folding it in half. Turn it over. Fold that in half. So that's half of them. That's the first 4. And you can use all the same color paper if you want. I just kind of like the look of, I mean, this one here is all the same color paper. And I just kind of like the look of using 4 of one and 4 of another. So the next ones I'm going to go on are the red ones here. Do 4 of these. So we'll fold it up, leaving a tiny sliver. Turn it over so we've got the fold on the top, the open end on the bottom. Bringing that corner up. That corner up. Folding it in half. 3 more to go. Fold that. I'm going to get a little bit less of white showing, just a tiny sliver. There we go. Okay. Crease that. Turn it over. Folding that in half. Or excuse me, bringing the corner up and making a little bit of a triangle fold there. And same thing on the left side. Fold that in half. That's 6, 2 more to go. Oh, I can see it's getting really sunny out. I was afraid this morning it was going to be so dark. It was very dark and gray earlier, but now the sun keeps coming out, which is good. Okay, there's that folding in half with the little sliver of white. Turning it over, fold on top, open at the bottom. On the left side. So I was using these larger sheets of paper here than what I asked you to bring. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing and my fingers aren't covering the whole thing. So we fold it in half. And then the last one. Here's module number 8. Turning that over. Triangle in the corner. Triangle over here on the left. Fold it in half. Okay, so now I've got all 8 of my modules done, so now it's just time to assemble them. So I'm just going to move the camera up just a little bit so I've got a little bit more room here. And what I like to do is I put them all in order of how I'm going to put them together. So I will get them lined up so that they're all facing in the same direction. And then to take the first one, what you're looking for is, you see this with the white sliver that we made here, you can see there's 2 little pockets. There's a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back. So you're going to take the second module, and you've got the back point and the front point, and what you're trying to do is put the back point into that back pocket and the front point into the front pocket. And you can see by having that little white sliver, it makes it a little bit easier to see where that is and get that into position. So I've got that one in place, and pick up the third one, same thing. I'm going to put the back point into the back pocket and the front point into the front pocket. And then you just keep going like this. So the back point into the back pocket, front one into the front. So I'm just going to keep adding that till I have all 8 together, alternating my colors. There's the 7th one there, and one more to go. And you just kind of have to spread it out a little bit to get that last one in there. And put those points in the pocket. And then I'm just going to take this first one here that I did and insert the points into the last one that I put in. And then I just will take it and put it down, and just to get it so that it's nice and round in the middle there, you just kind of squish it with your fingers a little bit, so you've got that. And there you go. You've got your finished wreath ornament. So I wanted to show you that you can use, there's lots of different papers that you can use. This is scrapbook paper, and there's just endless different designs, so it's a really nice paper to use, and it's a good weight for it. But I do like to paint my papers too. So I've got this one here I did with some gold paint, and I just use these inexpensive little craft paints to do that. So I'll paint the papers and then cut them to size. This is the gold glitter and the gold metallic. And same thing here, I did some silver. And you've got your silver paint, and then there's the glitter paint here. It says glitter on there. So, and you can get lots of different colors in those paints. They're really nice. And then on this one, I used a pearl paint, so it's nice and shiny, but then I also added some of these cute little rhinestones that you can get in all different colors. So that just jazzed that one up a little bit. And then you can also get, I found, to make something like this, I found these papers that already have the glitter on them, and they had all different colors. These were in the scrapbook section. And they're a little bit thicker, so it was a little bit harder to fold, but I think it looks pretty nice if you've got the patience to work with that. And then to finish them off, you can just either, if you would like to do, as I did on these two, you can punch holes and put your strings in there, or you can just keep it simple and just string your ribbon through like I did with these. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can turn the camera back around. There we are. Okay, so hopefully you were able to follow along with that. And like I said, if not, the video will be up later so that you can watch it again. And I hope you enjoyed making that. If you do make one, I would love to have you post it in the comments so that I can see what kind of papers you used and how it came out. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this one or finding out about any of my upcoming workshops, you can follow this Facebook page or subscribe to my studio news by going to kathyjohnsonart.com or follow me over on Instagram. I post on there several times a week. So I just wanted to say thank you all very much for joining me today, and I'll check back in the comments because I couldn't see everything while I was doing the folding. So if there's anything in there, I will try to make sure that I answer those for you. Okay, so thank you again so much for being here today, and happy holidays. Bye-bye.